Hey, welcome to Yoganasanas. I'm Anna and I help you reduce your stress and anxiety using the tools of yoga and mindfulness. This is the part 2 of the meditation practice when you break a commitment. So if you haven't listened to part 1, make sure you do that and then return to part 2. I'll share the link in the description and the comments below. If you want to take a break from the screen, you can download the audio of this practice for free. Check the description box or the comments below and follow the link to find out how. So all you need for you to get started is to find a place where you feel safe, where you know nobody will disturb you in the next minutes. And you can do this practice seated, laying down or standing. And also you can leave your eyes open or closed. If you leave them open, make sure you're not getting lost in the details of what it's around you or in front of your eyes. Just soften your gaze and let go of what is coming through your eyes and focus on your ears, what you're hearing, and in the sensations of your body. So we're gonna begin by bringing the attention back to our body, to our physical self. And for us to do that, we're gonna have 3 intentional breathing cycles. So inhale deeply and bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears, and exhale, bring them behind and down. 2 more like this. Inhale deeply, bring your shoulders close to your ears, exhale, bring them behind and down. And 1 last time, make it a good juicy one. Inhale deeply, bring your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, lower your shoulders down and connect with these sensations. What do you feel in your shoulders, in your body right now? So when we break a commitment, when we fail to commit to something that we said we were gonna do, we tend to go through all these sort of thoughts that we review on the first part of this meditation. And these thoughts normally carry lots of emotions with them. Today we're gonna focus on the emotional side of this experience, with the purpose of bringing more intentionality so we can relate to it from a different perspective, more deliberately, and therefore we can behave in a more intentional way. So like we did in the first part of this meditation, find an example, a recent example when you broke a commitment. You can take the same example that you did in the previous practice, but you can also choose a new example. This may be, I don't know, brushing your teeth right after every meal. Perhaps this is something you couldn't commit to. Or meditating first thing in the morning. Or perhaps calling someone dear to you, calling a friend, staying in touch, and then you didn't do it. Find an example. Any example will do, as long as is not something too intense or traumatic that may trigger other kind of emotions. That would defeat the purpose of this meditation. So find an example that you're comfortable working with. And whenever you found this example, this case, let's very briefly review what kind of commitment was it, and the moment you realized that you were going to break this commitment, that you were not going to be able to follow it through. If you remember the moment where you broke this commitment, in the previous practice we reviewed some of the thoughts. Now I would like to ask you, how did you feel the moment you knew that this commitment, this promise was going to be broken? Just take some time to revisit these emotions. And just to give you an idea, some of the most common emotions are anger, frustration, hopelessness, sadness, guilt, feeling lost, liberation, if it was something that it was heavy for you, reviewing these emotions might be challenging for you. Notice, observe if there are any thoughts around these emotions. Something in the shape of rejection, aversion, I don't want to have these emotions, or these emotions are silly. Whatever it is, notice if there is another layer on top of these emotions. If there is, awesome, great, congrats. You notice it, you see it, and that is the most crucial step in mindfulness. That you can see these extra layers that we add unawarely most of the times, and that it makes it even harder for us. So if you notice them, great. Can you return to the emotions, the original emotions that you were experiencing? Most of the times we feel these emotions and we brush them off. We don't want to look at them in the eyes because they make us uncomfortable. So let's do a little bit of self-compassion again. Let's bring a kinder attitude towards these emotions that are very human, they are very common, and they also deserve some space. And again, just because we practice self-compassion doesn't mean we condemn them, we agree, disagree with these emotions. We're just shifting, we're just changing the way we relate to them, regardless of what's the emotion telling us right now. So if you feel comfortable with it, just mentally repeat after me. This is what it means being a human. All these emotions are part of a human experience. I am human. Okay, and for the last minute of this practice, let's return to the body. Let's leave the emotional side. Let's come back to the body and do the exercise that we did at the beginning of this practice. So inhale, bring your shoulders closer to your ears. Exhale, bring them back and down. And 2 more like this. Come on. Find something that makes you feel joyful or pleasure. Some pleasure in this. Inhale, bring the shoulders to the ears. Exhale, down and back. And the last time, inhale, raise your shoulders up, up, up. And exhale, back and down. And come to stillness. Observe the sensations in your shoulders, your neck, your arms, your body, your human body. And this will be all for today. Subscribe or make sure you connect with me to find out when the 3rd part of this meditation comes out. Thank you for practicing with me. It's an honor to guide you and support you in this process. And take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.